Hello everyone! Today, we're starting an exciting new project. Join me as I create a unique shelter in the heart of nature. This is not just a construction, but also a journey to connect with nature, using materials sourced from the environment around us. We find an ideal spot, with a suitable location to start the work. First, proceed to dig the soil, creating a spacious and deep enough area for the shelter. This step must be done carefully to ensure safety and durability of the shelter when completed. Now, let's gather the necessary wood for building the shelter. Look for sturdy, straight logs with appropriate lengths to be used as the framework and main structural components. Start by searching for fallen trees or large branches, which not only saves effort but also helps protect the environment. Then, carefully cut the wood into suitable sizes, ensuring everything is prepared before assembly. After gathering all the wood, we begin by assembling the frame for the shelter inside the pit as a trial run before permanently placing it. This trial assembly is not only for checking the fit and stability of the frame but also helps us get a better overall view of the shelter's structure. It is an important step to ensure that all the logs will be placed correctly, without any mistakes or misalignment during the construction process. First, let's measure everything once more to make sure the logs are the right size and fit properly within the shelter's space. During the trial run, each log is placed in its designated spot, and we carefully inspect every detail, from the alignment of the logs to the even spacing between them. If we notice any issues, such as a log that doesn't fit properly, we can trim it or adjust its position to ensure the frame is stable and secure. This step prevents any problems from arising when the frame is permanently set in the pit. An important aspect of the trial assembly is testing the structural integrity. We need to make sure the frame is not only a perfect fit but also capable of withstanding the weight and pressure of the completed shelter. Next, we use fire to heat and burn the outer bark of the logs. This process not only creates a charred layer but also helps protect the wood from insect attacks and environmental damage. When the bark burns, a thin layer of charcoal forms, preventing the infiltration of insects, mold, and other harmful agents. This charred layer also makes the wood more durable over time and prevents it from rotting quickly when exposed to outdoor humidity. Furthermore, burning the bark reduces water absorption, helping the wood maintain its strength and resist damage from harsh weather conditions. Once the burning process is complete, we carefully place the treated logs on the foundation of the shelter. The placement requires precision and care to ensure the structure of the shelter remains intact. These treated logs will create a solid foundation for the shelter. With everything carefully organized and arranged, it's now time for the crucial step, placing the logs inside the shelter. First, we lay down a tarp around the shelter, covering the entire wall to protect the interior from soil erosion. This tarp serves not only to prevent dirt from infiltrating but also to maintain the stability of the structure, ensuring the logs remain unaffected by external environmental factors. Next, we begin placing the logs one by one with great care, ensuring each log fits perfectly into place. We must check and measure precisely to ensure that the logs are tightly stacked with no gaps in between. Once the logs are in place, we use vegetation to fill in the gaps between the joints, providing protection against the elements while also helping to retain heat and create a comfortable environment. The joints are securely connected, gradually forming a sturdy foundation and a perfect structure for the shelter's walls. When completed, the shelter will be a safe, solid, and secure space, ready for use. Next, we use a saw to carefully cut and shape the door, ensuring it fits perfectly for easy opening and closing. This door not only protects the interior from external elements but also adds convenience and safety to the shelter. Once the door is complete, we begin constructing the steps leading into the shelter. Carefully selected small logs are placed securely on the ground to form sturdy steps. Each step is measured precisely to ensure a perfect fit, making it easier and more convenient to enter and exit the shelter. In the next phase, we begin the construction of the roof for the shelter, an essential part of the structure that plays a critical role in protecting the interior from harsh environmental elements such as soil, water, and fluctuating weather conditions. The roof must not only be strong but also well insulated to ensure that the interior space remains dry and warm. To achieve this, we start by selecting large, sturdy logs that are capable of bearing the weight and pressure of the entire roof. These logs are then carefully stacked on top of each other, forming a pyramid shape. Each layer of logs is slightly slanted to create a stable structure that can withstand external forces such as soil pressure, wind, and rain. Stacking these logs requires precise calculations in terms of the angle and spacing between each log, ensuring they interlock securely. Each layer must be placed evenly and accurately to create a solid structure. This process demands patience and meticulous attention to detail, as any misalignment could weaken the overall stability of the roof and compromise the safety of the entire shelter. Once the pyramid structure is completed, we proceed to check all the joints to ensure that the logs are tightly secured and will not shift over time. After completing the pyramid structure, we move on to install the roof for the shelter. First, we arrange the wooden planks carefully, creating a flat and stable surface with a slight slope to allow rainwater to flow off easily. Then, we attach waterproof tarps securely to the roof, preventing rain, snow, and environmental elements from damaging the shelter. This waterproof layer not only keeps water out but also ensures the interior stays dry and warm. The tarp enhances the roof's durability and resilience against harsh weather conditions. Every step is done meticulously to ensure the shelter remains safe, dry, and sturdy for long-term use. Next, we will clean up the interior of the shelter to prepare for the foundation work. Any leftover materials will be removed, and the space will be tidied up to ensure there are no obstructions for the next steps. Once the area is cleared, we will start working on the foundation. Wooden planks will be used to create a solid, flat surface, ensuring the foundation is stable, dry, and comfortable, making the shelter more durable and secure. To prevent rain or snow from covering the entrance, we will use wooden planks to extend the porch area. This porch will provide a protective cover, shielding the entrance of the shelter from harsh weather conditions. The planks will be arranged evenly and securely, creating a sturdy canopy that keeps the area dry, making it easier to enter and exit the shelter. Now, we'll start by installing the stove in the shelter. First, it's crucial to choose the right location within the shelter. The spot must ensure that the stove is not only easy to use but also well ventilated, allowing the fire to burn efficiently and preventing smoke from accumulating inside the living space. Once the spot is chosen, we'll use simple materials such as sturdy wood and heat-resistant metal to construct the stove. The stove's structure must be strong enough to retain heat effectively and maintain the fire over an extended period. Next, we'll install the chimney for the stove. This is very important as the chimney will allow smoke and toxic gases to escape, keeping the shelter's air clean. After completing the previous steps, we will now move on to measuring and constructing the door frame for the shelter. Accurate measurements are crucial to ensure that the door frame fits properly and is secure, without leaving any gaps. We'll use sturdy wooden beams to build the door frame, making sure it can withstand external pressures like wind and rain. Once the door frame is completed, we will proceed to install the door. The door will be made from thick, strong wood panels, carefully cut to fit perfectly within the frame, ensuring a tight seal and security. For easy operation, we will attach sturdy hinges. The door must open and close smoothly, without any sticking or squeaking, while still providing a secure barrier against external elements. Once the door is installed, we'll perform a final check to ensure everything functions properly, with a solid door frame and no issues during operation. EXT, we install a glass ventilation opening for the shelter. The ventilation allows airflow and uses natural light to keep the interior bright without electricity. After cutting the hole and installing the glass, we ensure there are no gaps to prevent water or wind from entering. The next step in the shelter building process is to install the bed and the table, two essential pieces of furniture that will make the living space more comfortable. To begin, we will use thick, sturdy wooden planks to construct the bed. By stacking each piece carefully, we will create a strong bed at the right height, keeping the body off the ground to avoid moisture and ensuring a comfortable rest. Once the bed is complete, we will move on to the table, which is essential for daily living. The wood pieces will be cut and assembled with high precision to form a table that is just the right size for eating, working, or storing items. Every assembly step will be done with care and attention to detail to ensure that each piece is not only aesthetically pleasing but also sturdy and durable. I hope everything you've seen in today's video will be helpful for building your own sustainable, natural shelter. If you found the video useful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.